So you want to get to the front of the train and be the conductor. Okay, let me share with you some of the steps that work for me, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get to the front of the train. You'll begin at the back of the train as a Tailie, and your job is to get as quickly as possible into first class. And I will explain to you why. First of all, gather some metal and plastic, either from the ground, or if you're lucky enough and the resource platform is open. This is open every 5 minutes or so. Just jump down here and grab as much plastic and metal as you need. You need about 200 of each, just to be safe. And these nodes are the fastest way. Once you have the plastic and metal, you want to go to the crafting benches here, specifically the armor bench. You want to craft a helmet, armor, backpack, and a gas mask. The gas mask is the most important of all. Once you have the gas mask, you want to head down to the lowest level of the train. This is the same in every class. What you're looking for is chemicals. They're sort of these stones, like this one over here. And these will give you chemical. You don't need too much, probably about 50. Once you have the chemicals, head back up to the weapon crafting bench, craft some low caliber ammo and a tier 1 pistol. This will help you survive any attack if you must get into a fight. I wouldn't really bother with the primitive rifle and the spears, just skip that and craft a pistol instead. The reason you shouldn't focus too much on gear early on is because you can get killed anytime and lose everything. But fear not, because that will happen quite often. If you don't want to craft everything all over again, look for luggages such as these. These will often contain the things you need. Most importantly is the gas mask, because you'll be able to access those toxic areas filled with poison. The spear gun is not great as it has a long reload time. Also keep an eye out for these red luggages, as they often contain good loot. However, they need 15 seconds to open. These often have better equipment, such as tier 2 armors, and submachine guns, shotguns, various grenades, and higher tier healing items. If by chance you can't find any other loot, you can look for these contract stations where you can take up contracts that will give you money to kill people as well as weapons to complete them. Another essential item that you'll need is this common isotopes. You'll need these to craft breaches, which will allow you to breach certain doors. You can find these in trash bags or in chemical nodes as rare drops in the lowest level of the train. But be careful, as they do poison you slowly. Once you have this, head over to a crafting machine. You'll need 50 metal and 50 plastic to craft this breacher. When you stumble upon a door that you cannot open, this is when you'll need a breacher. So go into your inventory, place the breacher, and then you need to wait a few minutes. If you're doing this solo, that means it's time for you to camp and look out for people who are trying to kill you. Once you've breached a new class, always remember to register yourself. You'll get a golden welcome ticket, which you can use to redeem items of your choosing. Now, I'm not sure if it's the same for every train, but on all my runs they've been quite constant. In first class you will find vending machines where you can buy blueprints for money. There are also vending machines for weapons, armors, and food, but all these cost a lot of money. Now the next question is, how do I get money? Well, you can complete contracts, or of course sell items that you don't need anymore, or materials that you have farmed. When you're attacking, be sure to travel light, because the more you carry, the slower you go. Now in first class you'll find that there are a lot of luggages around which you can smash open for loot, and you can sell this loot. The luggages respawn quite quickly, and I've been doing this for 10 minutes. And I've already gotten 13,483, which I'm now going to spend buying some blueprints for weapons, weapon attachments, and some armor. With blueprints, you'll be able to craft these weapon attachments for cheap. All you need is metal. Now this is not really necessary, but it will help you make your weapons much better. Now I just crafted a new hollow sight, new stock, expanded magazine, and grip. You can add these weapon attachments through the inventory. Now when you're making your assault on the conductor room, it's very useful to know the layout. The conductor room is full of secret tunnels such as next to this switch here that opens the main door. There are these vents that you can go into that will get you to positions that the conductor can ambush attackers. So knowing where these tunnel leads will help you in your attack. There is a tunnel that leads to above the stairs, right here. If you are making your attack from the basement, the lower levels, you'll come up here, up these stairs, and right up here. Remember the vents above? That is where a conductor will camp. Now if I was the conductor, I would just shoot you from up here, or I'll just jump down and attack you. Either way, be on the lookout for these vents. Now in the main conductor hall, there are these stairs in the middle that will take you down to a lower level that will lead you to two secret vents on both sides. These vents lead you to outside the train, around, and into the main conductor control panels. So potentially this is where the conductor can also ambush you from. It is important to remember the layout of the conductor room. Now once you're ready to take the conductor on, remember to bring along a breach, as you need to breach the main door. Just place the breach and stand back. This will take a few minutes. Remember to always look around for potential attackers. Once the breach is completed, you must be careful approaching the conductor room. If you have smoke grenades, use them. I only have regular grenades, so I just decided to chuck them, because why not? Now I pretty much know the layout of the conductor room, so I suspect that he's hiding up here. Oh damn it, he is! Also remember to register yourself as the conductor, as this will take a few minutes. That is assuming that you'll survive that long. We've been fighting for a while, and since I know the layout, I know where he's camping. So I'm just gonna head there and hopefully surprise him. Hopefully he's unaware of what I'm doing. I got him! And that is how you become the conductor of the train. Now when the timer's up or you have had enough of being the conductor, you can extract these fuel cores. You'll need a red pack so you don't get poisoned, but I don't have one in this case. I'm going to extract with the dagger train, which are located on C2 and C5 at the lower levels of the train. It'll take about a minute to 30 seconds to summon the train, so you have to wait. Once the train is here, insert the fuel cores, and you've completed your extraction. Well done, you've completed one revolution. Hopefully by following these tips, this will help you in becoming a conductor.